So have you ever been interviewed before?
Aside for jobs, no.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I'll start just by asking you about your name and a little bit about yourself.
My name is David Shew. I've been a professional voice actor now for just over a year. I really like it. It's not something that I thought I would actually ever go into, but here I am.
Well, cool. So, what inspired you to start voice acting?
Honestly, it was watching Twitch stream called Critical Role. It's a bunch of professional voice actors that play D&D. They were already combining two of my favorite things, and I just kind of thought to myself, I want to try that. And I took a couple classes and then decided that I liked it, got some professional training, and 5 months after that, I stepped out into the real world, and here I am.
So is this your first voice acting job, or was there a different one that was your first one?
I had a different one that was first, but this was one of my first original offers for voice acting that I had gotten.
So what was your very first?
My very first was doing an audiobook.
Oh, that's cool. That sounds fun to me.
It is. It was a little bit more than I was actually ready for at the time, but now I know. Lesson learned. And just go out there, just do it. Keep doing it until it's not foreign.
So wait, what book was it?
It was a small book that was released on a few platforms called Do It Yourself. It was kind of just I hate using the term self-help, but it was like one of those inspiring type books, inspire yourself books.
Were you excited about it, or?
I was. I like to read up a lot on a lot of those kinds of things, and just constantly better my own self and better my own mindsets, so I can keep moving forward on everything here.
But were video games your main goal or your dream job?
Yes. Video games and anime are ultimately exactly what I want to be in.
Was there an obstacle in your career for voice acting, or was there a time that you started to doubt yourself and wonder if this was right for you?
Oh, all the time. I'm one of those people that is always questioning whether or not I'm doing the right thing at any given moment in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that.
So I'm always questioning whether or not this is a good thing, but I know I don't enjoy the normal 9 to 5. I want to be doing something different, and the only thing that gets in the way of my voice acting is the need for holding an actual job so I can pay all my bills and everything.
I have a feeling that's everybody's biggest obstacle, because I know that's mine too, in a creative field anyway, actually, getting enough money to make that your full-time gig.
That's definitely true.
Is there anybody who inspires you? I know you mentioned Critical Role, but is there any other voice actors that made you want to get into it?
Yeah. Why can't I remember his name right now? But Luke Skywalker.
Oh, Mark Hamill.
Thank you, Mark Hamill. Yes. Yeah, no, I've followed his career since I was kind of a boy and first learned about Star Wars, and then I got bored and was reading credits of cartoons one day and saw his name come up in a bunch of things, mainly Batman and stuff like that, and it just astounded me. I was like, I didn't know the two worlds connected.
I actually didn't know until recently that he was Batman. I've only ever seen him as Luke Skywalker, so that was interesting.
Yeah, I think he's been the voice of Batman 1 or 2 times, but for the most part in the Batman cartoons, I know he does a lot of the Joker. Yeah, he's really good at that crazy laugh.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite video game?
Dragon Age, the whole series.
Okay, that's a good pick. What about a movie?
I would say my favorite movie would have to be Spirited Away.
Mine too.
Nice.
Yeah, that's an awesome movie. Why do you like it so much?
It was the movie that got me into anime. So it was probably one of my first Japanese animated films, and I fell in love with it. And then from there, I started exploring more into anime and fell in love with all of that and the culture.
Yeah, it's an awesome movie. I think Hayao Miyazaki is really good for getting people into anime.
He's great in general, I feel. He's just just a creative mastermind and knows how to really delve and hit people right in the feels with everything that he does.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, Spirited Away was a big inspiration for me for Where the Stars Brought Us.
Really?
Yeah. So that leads me into my next question, which is about Where the Stars Brought Us. And did you only audition for Toshiro, or were there other characters too?
I believe I had initially auditioned for Ryo, but I personally found myself that I do a better job with voicing darker and meaner characters. It fits my timbre a little bit more.
Yeah, well, you make a great Toshiro, so I do agree with you in that aspect. Yeah. Is he your favorite character, or do you have a different favorite character?
I think he's my favorite character. I'll be honest, I haven't read the full script.
Okay.
I kind of want I want the full amount of the story to be a surprise for when I play the game myself.
Okay, all right, I respect that. Well, I was going to ask you what your favorite moment was.
My favorite moment from the parts that I have read and have listened to here, it would be the instant that, I apologize, I don't know all the characters' names yet.
Is it
here.
Tai?
Not Tai. The girl that comes to save Yo.
Oh, May.
May. Okay, that's what I thought it was. I was second guessing myself there. Yeah, the part where she comes in and saves Yo, I got a good kick out of reading that part of the script. And it was at that point that I decided I didn't want to know more and wanted to experience it by playing the actual game.
Well, that's flattering that you actually would like to play the game. That's cool. Was there a scene that was really difficult to act?
The second time that Toshiro is introduced was a little bit difficult when he's just kind of berating the ticket counter guy.
When he's like going outside the building?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, why was that difficult?
For me, that kind of entrance is just a little bit unnatural. So I don't have much experience with letting myself, with being rude. Try not to be in most cases. I was when I was younger, but I've tried to put that all behind me. And so pulling it back out was a little bit of a struggle.
Is it hard to play somebody that you don't really like very much? I know you said you like him, but is it hard to play somebody who's mean and who isn't like you?
Not necessarily hard.
Okay.
It's just getting back into that mindset and realizing this isn't actually me. It's just a character.
Was there like a moment that shocked you? Like, were you shocked at how your character was acting or how he kind of wanted to hurt Ryo?
No. I mean, for someone who watches a lot of anime, it's kind of this standard evolution of a character like Toshiro. And I thought it made complete sense and it fit really well.
Do you have a least favorite character? Again, I know you only read like your lines, but would Toshiro be your favorite and least favorite?
Yes.
Okay. And why do you like him?
I like him because Toshiro gets Ryo to kind of show part of himself that he's been kind of bundling up and hiding.
Yeah, and like, did you think Toshiro was the one who kidnapped Nam?
Yes, I did.
I'm glad, because that was my intention.
Good. Yeah, you did a good job of that. And I was surprised when it wasn't.
What's your favorite visual novel?
My favorite visual novel is If My Heart Had Wings.
I've actually never heard of that one.
I hadn't either until about maybe 2 years ago when I saw a deal for it on Steam. Mm-hmm. Decided to get it, and I played it, and I have now replayed it about 6 times since.
Wow.
The only visual novel that I've done that with. It's really good. It's about airplanes and absolutely nothing that I'm actually interested in, but the story is written fantastically well.
Have you ever seen the Miyazaki movie called The Wind Rises?
I have not.
Because you talk about planes and boring things. Well, it's about planes. It's not a boring movie, but it is about planes. That made me think about it.
I'll have to watch it.
I'm really glad that you were able to be a part of the project, and I think you make a really great Toshiro. Do you have anybody that you'd like to thank?
I would thank my mom. She helped push me in this direction when I told her that I was going to start taking professional voice acting classes. Kind of on a whim. You want to pursue that and think that's something that you would want to do, I'll support you. She wasn't going to be a deterrent in any way. And she's just been supporting me throughout my career in voiceover so far. And whenever I hear back that I get a part, she's the first one to know.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have a very supportive mom too, so I think that's a very good feeling, and to have people who support you through things like that.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for your time today. It was nice to talk to you.
Yeah.